We are launching a scheme. Actually, we're beefing up on our scheme that is meant to assist the informal traders, wherein we expect all those informal traders, for example, in eThekwini, to go to the regional offices and submit their applications, and the minimum support that we provide to those informal traders is 10,000 rands. We therefore move to the formal small businesses. Again, depending on the assessment that will be done, we are looking at providing a sizable amount. We are not able to quantify as yet because there's different needs for the different small businesses. But we are certain that we will start at above 10,000 rand and up from the formal businesses. We are making a commitment, as you've had Minister Kubai here, for example, pledging 1 billion rands that's going to go to the services that must be provided towards providing shelter for our people. And as a department responsible for small business development is to say, in our claim of not less than 30% that must go to small businesses, it means that we've got to be ready to provide them with a financial support out of that 1 billion rands, a minimum of 300 million rands, and therefore it talks to the financial capability of the small businesses in order to be able to deliver on time and quality, and at the center of that is access to finance. And SIFA will therefore provide the necessary support. We have 800 million rands set aside in relation to the township and rural enterprise program that must assist them, whilst we also have the retail fund. The support that we are providing first on the grant side talks only to small businesses that are not insured. But for those ones that are tapping into the opportunities by the different departments here, it talks to a loan-based fund. At times we do have a blended financing. It depends on which scheme will the small businesses go to.
All right, now let's discuss the plight of small business and informal traders in the province. We're now joined via Zoom by Rosheda Muller, President of the SA Informal Traders Alliance. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure for us to be participating here today.
Now, listening to what the minister is saying, some relief to small traders. I mean, do you think these measures, as announced by the minister, will be enough?
Well, nothing is ever going to be enough, you know, when one needs to realize that, again, it's the poorest of the poor that has borne the brunt of this tragic event. It's again the informal workers who reside in informal settlements who have been so severely affected. And because of that, we are grateful for the implementation of the grant, but we believe as SAITA that we have to play a pivotal role within the rollout because we have the experience of government and grants. And we want to tell the department, we want to tell Minister that SAITA stands ready with its leadership on the ground from the different organizations that's affiliated to us in KZN, that they currently now collecting the data of those who were severely affected. And many of them can't even return to work, which means their livelihood is really at stake. And for those reasons, we are saying that there needs to be a collaboration between SAITA as the organized body for the informal traders and the Department of Small Business Development so that this can be done in an effective and a very prompt, speedily manner. It is important that they cannot wait months and months to access this grant. And therefore, SAITA wants to reach out to the department to offer our services to assist in the data collection, in assisting to bring forth the names of our members who've been affected. And, it is so traumatic that, SAITA conveys the condolences and their sympathies to all who have lost families and who are in this great struggle at the moment.
And I want us to actually talk about that impact. I mean, just listening to the minister, we know that, of course, after the July unrest, 10 million rands was injected into the informal businesses, but in both provinces, KZN and Gauteng, through the social relief grant. We understand, of course, through those human rights hearings that that 3,000 rands went to about 785 applicants. Do you think that this latest injection will go as far as it needs to go in relation to the impact that these floods have had on informal traders? And I'd like you to talk to us about just the impact of this latest setback for the traders.
Yes, indeed. We have, as I said earlier, our leadership on the ground in KZN, and they are reporting to us, like hour by hour on as they getting the information from their members and seeing what's happening. They have reported that the storage areas where the traders' goods are stored has been affected. They are talking about Alice Street storage, Centenary storage, Ascot Park, Brook Street, Etna, and we can go on and on, Warwick Squares, tragedies that has taken place there. So most definitely that amount we appreciate. But if it exceeds that amount, we are expecting and hoping that government as well as corporate sector will come to the fore to assist in reviving the livelihoods of the informal traders. And therefore, SAITA wants to act as a conduit to assist the department in bringing the data of informal traders who are, they're part of our databases, the ones who are going to be affected. The leadership is reporting that the harm and the bridges that has given in, that they cannot even reach their markets because there's inhibitions with transport. So we can only hope, and together with them, hoping that the minister will take our hand, and together we can speedily see that these grants go through to the most affected. It's important that the most affected be assisted immediately, and there cannot be those delays that's normally the case when it comes to application of grants. So we're just hoping for the best.
Yeah, KZN and Durban specifically is known as a huge tourist attraction. Talk to us about challenges that are faced by informal street traders operating in Durban. I mean, some of these traders, as we speak, were also affected by the floods because they operate right in the heart of these communities that we speak of.
Absolutely, and bear in mind, they are hardly out of the July, the looting of July. So now it's a double whammy on them. We are so sorry for them. We are really calling upon all corporates to come in and access. The informal traders, if you understand informal trade, they are survivalists. So they get up in the morning, they have to pack their stuff and they go out to their space where they trade within the streets, on the waterfront, all those old gogos that's sitting there. And that is the business, their livelihoods. So if this is cut off once again for them, and my fear is that, it's not only the struggle on the ground, but it's also emotional impact that's affecting our informal traders, one event after the other. And therefore, we're also calling for the Climate Justice Charter to be implemented so that we can be aware that, these tragedies that's taking place now, what next? We are afraid of what next. And it seems that KZN is really the one that's suffering the most. And especially the people on the informal settlements along the mountainsides. And I've been to those areas and I've seen how they live. And now those mountains has caved in on them. The struggles are very, very severe. And we are calling on everyone to lend support And we are grateful and thankful for the support of corporate South Africa and the NGOs that have come on board. But we need to do more. Whatever we can, we need to do more. We must understand the informal traders form a very big backbone in the unemployment rate. They are the ones that self-employed, with as little as they have, they go to that road, they go to that corner, and they do their business to create their jobs and to feed their families. So we are the great call from SAITA and government to work together, and a call from SAITA to all corporate businesses to come on board and assist the vulnerable workers. They are South African citizens. They are, and also our foreign traders. It doesn't mean whoever you are and have been affected, we need to see, and government need to see, and organizations like SAITA needs to be ready to give a hand, to assist and make easy the way we're going to hand out the grants. Yes, the struggle of the informal trader is still very big. There are lots of struggles that we can't even mention today, but we are just grateful that it's now, we are ready with the grants. We want to support. We are calling on the Department of Small Business Development to engage us so that we can help them to roll out as fast as possible.
Thank you so much, Rosheda Muller, President of the SA Informal Traders Alliance. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am.
Pleasure, ma'am.